In this video, we're going to have a look at classifying different types of data. So before we do that, let's have a look at what is univariate data, and that is data containing only one variable. So later on this year in Unit 3, you'll have a look at bivariate data, which is comparing two variables to see if there is a relationship. So for example, age and height. But univariate data that we're having a look at as part of our Unit 2 study is only going to be one lot of data. So we might look at height or we might look at age, but we're not going to be looking at more than one piece of data at a time. So when we classify our data, they get classified into two categories. We've got categorical data, which is data that can be organized into groups. So this is our non-numerical data. So it can be brand names or colors or sizes or someone's opinion, but it is non-numerical data, data that we can classify into categories. The other type of data is numerical data, which is data that can be counted or measured. So it might be someone's shoe size or someone's height or someone's age. So there are two main categories, our categorical and numerical data. Each of those can be subclassified into two different groups. So looking at categorical data, we can further classify as ordinal or nominal. So ordinal data is data that can be placed into a natural order or ranking. So if I give you a statement and I ask whether you agree, strongly, disagree, I can rank those in order from strongly disagree to strongly agree. So that is going to be our ordinal data. Categorical data that can be ordered. Nominal data is categorical data that has no natural order or ranking. So for example, if we're looking at hair color, there is no way of ranking blonde compared to brunette, compared to black, compared to red. So there is no natural order to it. Because there is no natural order to it, then it is going to be nominal categorical data. So when you are looking at categorical data, the best ways of displaying that type of data is going to be in a frequency table, where you can display the number of respondents for each category. A pie chart is also good for categorical data, so you can show the percentages of responses for each category. Bar charts and column charts. So when we're looking at categorical data, they're going to be the ways of displaying the data that we can use. Now moving over to numerical data, our two subcategories is going to be continuous, which is data that can lie anywhere along the number line. So if we're looking at someone's height, there could be 134.5, there could be 134.6 centimeters. There is no limitation on the numbers that it can be. So when there's no limitation and the number can be anything, it is going to be continuous. The other type is discrete data, and this is data that is counted that has to be an exact value. So if we're looking at shoe size, you're either going to be a size 6 or a size 7. You're not going to be a size 6.25. So therefore, because there are specific numbers that our responses are going to be, it is going to be discrete data. So when we're displaying numerical data, the best ways of displaying that data, again, we've got a frequency table. You can use a dot plot. You can use a column graph. We can also be using stem and leaf plots and histograms. Now we're going to have a look throughout the unit on the different types of ways we can display data and learn how we can complete each of those different types of data displays. So that is a summary of the different ways that we can classify data when we are looking at our univariate data analysis.